September. Pinch Punch first day of the month. Probably a bit too late for that, actually. But I was just wondering, are there any Game of Thrones fans in the house?
Yeah!
Yes, because anyone who watches it loves it. It's over the top, it's outrageous, and I think it's based on our own royal family. Especially if you believe in the conspiracy theories over the years. I mean, there's a whole array of sexual scandals, including illegitimate children, underage sex orgies, the molestation of butlers, interbreeding and incest that would make the Lannisters seem like a bunch of sexual saints. It does, and it even means that Jack the Ripper, who was a royal, is actually responsible for the disemboweling of prostitutes. It means that a king abdicated to marry a transsexual. What else? A princess was assassinated in a covert military operation by an evil, well, not by the father-in-law, but it was under his orders. And that the queen is actually a vampire and a 12-foot extraterrestrial shape-shifting lizard who preys on human blood. Yeah, man, it's true. Along with the rest of the royals. So the thing is, the Game of Thrones has the mother of dragons, but we got a queen that's actually a real dragon. It's great, isn't it? I mean, I love that shit, man. It's got that epic theme tune. They even sell it on iTunes. It's true, man. On the buses, on the streets, round about town. Everyone everywhere is listening to Game of Thrones on their headphones. I mean, I bet you on the tube on the way here, that menacing man screwing you, sitting opposite you, bet you he's listening to it too. Even the Bobby on the beat. I mean, that shit influences his day. Stopping and searching a suspect. Beating up a black suspect. Just enjoying that a bit too much. Hopefully he lives to tell the tale. I mean, there's so much sex in the show, I'm surprised they haven't got a sleazy saxophone-style version of the song, but I won't bore you with that. Anyway, what I like best about Game of Thrones are the sex scenes, of course, for obvious reasons. Lots and lots of willy. I mean, it's basically soft porn. Yeah, I mean, they're all a bit floppy, of course, but it's great nonetheless. I mean, they all seem to be at it like rabbits. I mean, if they had it's got to the point where they introduce a new character and I'm like, yes, I can't wait till he gets his cock out. And it's like, if they had Idris Elba in a scene, I'd be jumping up and down on the settee, flicking my bean. It's like, yes, they should have more. It's like, forget your tits and fanny female nudity. I love all that male and the buff stuff. I mean, they should have more. They should have more of it. They just haven't got enough. It's like they should have these whole episodes of nightly dudes with their meat and two veg hanging out saying, "Wherefore art thou, brethren?" Or they should have like nude fighting scenes with erect dicks going, "Oh, I see, we've both forgotten our sword for the duel. Let us fight with our willies instead." Ding, 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 ding. But there are loads of shocking scenes. There's do you know what my favourite willy scene is? When Theon got his dick chopped off. It was a great scene, man. His willy was so big he should have had his own spin-off show called The Epic Adventures of Reek's Dick, Absent Without Leave. And there was other shocking scenes as well, like when Ned Stark got his head chopped off, and when they introduced the black character. I mean, apart from the unsullied grey worm, shit male nudity from the castrated guy, the only black characters they have in there are like pirates, thieves and traders with short life expectancies from distant lands, like a bit like real life really. But anyway, give Game of Thrones credit where credit is due. I mean, at least they had a couple of characters. I mean, they should lend a couple of black characters to the Lord of the Rings franchise. I mean, that's a film franchise so fantastical that they don't have any black characters whatsoever, not any. They just don't exist. And their like themes are always like dark versus the light, and the orcs, goblins and trolls suspiciously look like black people. I mean, we should have an all-black Lord of the Rings. Call it Lord of the Bling. Instead of the ring, have a big fat knuckle duster embedded with rhinestones, and hey, let's throw in some Mr. T Fat Gold rope chains to match. And Morgan Freeman would be your obvious choice to play Gandalf with his big grey puffy afro. And Bill Cosby would have been the other obvious choice if he didn't go around raping and drugging women with his magical sleeping elixir. So let's scrap him, let's let him sit on that empty naughty chair instead. But the Smith family, like the Smith clan, they would make they're nice and wholesome, they'd make a good actors. Like Will could play Arrogant, Jada could play Lady L. Willow kind of looks like Gollum, so she could play his role. And Jaden could play Frodo. I mean, I am biased, Hammersmith, Blacksmith, Commodus, but I mean, I could play an orc. And we could have happy adventures on the way to Mordor, and when we get there, have a ye old chicken feast, because you know how black people love the chicken. Anyway, but you know what, right? I think we should have an all-black Game of Thrones, like call it like Game of Dominoes, and have it like a spin-off show, like called The Quest for the Golden Pimp Chicken or The Brethren's Grimm. And we could, instead of being set in a medieval fantasy setting, we could have it set in a ancient African setting with drums and everything. We could have witch doctors, Zulu warriors, and I'm equal opportunity, so we could throw in a couple of slavers too. And you know, we'd have better male nudity scenes like. And we could have some better music too. Must have some better music like. All right, I'll leave it there.